Welcome to Ping 24 Updates. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. Tonight we begin with a story of lines on a map. Lines redrawing the future of Asia. Tensions are escalating in the South China Sea, and at the center is a single piece of paper, a map. But this is no ordinary map. It's a declaration, a bold act of defiance. The Philippines has just unveiled its new official map of its territory, directly answering China's aggressive claims in these vital waters. The world is watching. What happens next could define international relations for decades. This is a story about sovereignty, resources, and a nation standing its ground against a superpower. The air in Manila is thick with anxiety and national pride. The government's move follows years of escalating incidents. Chinese Coast Guard vessels blocking Filipino fishing boats, military bases on artificial islands. These are not abstract maneuvers, they affect the livelihoods of ordinary people. The new Philippine map is a response, a line drawn not just on paper, but in the sand. It sends a clear message. This is our water. This is our territory. Imagine a fisherman from Palawan, whose family has sailed these waters for generations. Suddenly, he's told he's a trespasser in his own backyard, confronted by intimidating foreign ships. His nets are cut, his catch lost. This is the human cost of China's expansive claims. The new map is a tool for that fisherman, a document that says his rights are recognized. It transforms a complex legal battle into something every citizen can understand and rally behind. The stage is set for a confrontation of wills, China's might versus the Philippines' rule of law. Now the Philippines has a new symbol for that fight, a map that's become a banner for national identity. This is more than a dispute over islands and reefs. It's a fundamental clash over the kind of world we want to live in. Will might make right, or will rules and laws matter? The Philippines is betting on the latter. The new map is not just a document, it's a statement of intent. It's a rallying cry for a nation determined not to be erased from its own sea. The world is watching, and the stakes could not be higher. This is a turning point for the region. The Philippines has drawn its line, and it's not backing down. The next chapter in the South China Sea is being written now, and it all starts with a map. The question is, who will respect the line, and what will it mean for Asia's future? To understand the Philippines' move, we must look at what prompted it. Beijing recently published its own updated map, featuring a 10-dash line that claims nearly the entire South China Sea. This audacious claim cuts deep into the maritime zones of its neighbors, including the Philippines, Vietnam, Malaysia, Brunei, and Indonesia. China's map is not a suggestion, it's a statement of fact based on so-called historical rights. But international legal experts say these claims have no basis under the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS. China is a signatory to UNCLOS, yet its map contradicts the treaty's core tenets. For the Philippines, the 10-dash line carves away a massive portion of its exclusive economic zone, waters critical for food security and energy independence. China's map is a direct challenge to the country's economic security and future prosperity. By printing it on passports and official documents, China is waging a war of perception, political warfare with ink and paper. The 10-dash line is the centerpiece of China's strategy to dominate the South China Sea. It's forced its neighbors into a corner, compelling them to respond. The Philippines' new map is that response. China's 10-dash line map didn't just provoke the Philippines, it sent shockwaves across Southeast Asia. Malaysia and Vietnam issued formal protests, rejecting China's unilateral claims. Even India objected, as the map also laid claim to its territory. Instead of projecting strength, China's map united its neighbors in opposition. For the Philippines, the impact was personal, a direct affront to national dignity and a visual reminder of years of bullying at sea. The waters China claims include Reed Bank and Scarborough Shoal, vital for the Philippines' energy and food security. The South China Sea is one of the world's most important waterways, home to a third of global shipping and 12% of the world's fish catch. China's aggressive patrolling threatens the livelihoods of millions in coastal communities. This has spurred a quiet arms race, with Southeast Asian nations modernizing their navies and strengthening alliances, especially with the United States. The region, once focused on growth, is now preoccupied with security. China's map has militarized the very waters it seeks to dominate. What should be a source of shared prosperity is now a potential flashpoint for conflict. The stakes are enormous. The world is watching. The Philippines didn't just protest China's map, it fought back with its own. The government released an official national map rooted in international law, not historical fantasy. This map clearly delineates the country's territorial sea and exclusive economic zone in full compliance with UNCLOS. It's not a new claim but an affirmation of rights already recognized by international law. The unveiling was a moment of national unity, a visual rallying point for the nation. The map became a symbol of resolve, showing citizens that their government is taking concrete action. By publishing this map, the Philippines is fighting on the battlefield of law and public opinion. The map is its primary weapon, evidence, statement, and tool to counter China's disinformation. Presenting its case clearly, the Philippines reframes the dispute as a matter of legal principle, not just power. This strategy is both smart and courageous. The map is more than a document, it's a declaration. It's a way to seize control of the narrative. The Philippines is showing the world what it stands for. It's a stand for law, not force. And it's a message that resonates far beyond its shores. The world is taking notice. The new Philippine map stands on solid legal ground, UNCLOS, the Constitution for the Oceans. In 2013, the Philippines took China to court, challenging the 9-dash line at the Permanent Court of Arbitration in The Hague. It was a David versus Goliath battle, but the Philippines persisted. In 2016, the tribunal ruled overwhelmingly in the Philippines' favor. China's historic rights had no legal basis. The ruling affirmed the Philippines' rights to its EEZ and condemned China's interference. The new map embodies that ruling, translating legal language into clear lines. China rejected the verdict, but the international community, including the US, EU, Japan, and Australia, recognizes it. The Philippine map's legitimacy is rooted in law, not power. It's a cartographic embodiment of justice. The world sees the difference. The Philippines has the law on its side, and that makes all the difference. The new map isn't just for officials, it's for every Filipino. The government is making sure it's in every office, every classroom, every military installation. This is about embedding legal rights into the national consciousness. Filipino children now see the West Philippine Sea clearly labeled in their textbooks. They learn their nation's claims are based on law, not aggression. This builds national identity and inoculates against disinformation. For the Coast Guard, it's a guide for patrols, for fisheries. It defines exclusive rights. For energy, it marks zones for exploration. The map standardizes the government's approach and unifies the nation. It's become a symbol of patriotism, appearing on t-shirts, social media, and protest banners. The defense of sovereignty is now a public cause. The map's message is simple: this is ours, and the nation stands united. A key feature of the new map is the official use of West Philippine Sea. This isn't just a name, it's a political statement, asserting sovereignty over waters within the Philippines' EEZ. By codifying the term, the Philippines challenges China's narrative and reframes the issue. The name is a daily act of resistance adopted by media, academia, and the public. The map also clarifies other territorial claims, including Sabah and the Calayan Island Group. It's a comprehensive, official record of the nation's territory. The map leaves no room for ambiguity. It's a holistic view of sovereign identity. The Philippines is asserting its rights on all fronts. The world now knows exactly where the Philippines stands. The Philippines' new map sparked a wave of support from neighbors and allies. Malaysia and Vietnam quickly rejected China's claims, creating rare regional unity. The map became a catalyst, encouraging others to stand firm on international law. ASEAN, often divided, found common cause in the face of China's aggression. Global powers like the US, Japan, and Australia voiced support for the arbitral ruling and freedom of navigation. This support isn't just verbal, it's seen in joint military exercises and intelligence sharing. The map serves as a reference point for cooperation. The Philippines is now an active, credible partner in upholding international law. China's actions have backfired, forging a coalition of resistance. The world is rallying behind the rule of law. In the end, this is about more than lines on a map, it's about national identity. The new Philippine map is a symbol of a nation rediscovering its voice. It's a declaration that rights are not negotiable. By embedding the map in education, the Philippines ensures future generations understand their entitlements. This is how a culture of sovereignty is built, through law, education, and unity. The South China Sea standoff is a test for Asia's future. Will it be ruled by power or by law? The Philippines has drawn a line in the water, inspiring others to stand up for their rights. The path ahead won't be easy, but the choice is clear. The new map is a declaration of sovereignty, a tool for education, and a banner for pride. It's a message to the world. Justice and international law still matter. The Philippines has chosen law over force, and that's a message of hope for all.